source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you.
And I'm Candace Bailey.
Yes.
We are coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
On the old program today, Penn and Teller will bring a little magic to the set. By magic, I mean I'm going to interview them about the new show. That's the magician. You do this and you release dubs. That's the trick is over.
That's weird.
Then it's time to level. It's time to level up your home movie watching. We're going to show off Samsung's fancy new home theater system and Gadgetron. Look at that. Looks like glowy Pokeballs.
Plus, a game break, we'll sing the praises of two classic PS2 games reborn for the PS3, Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. And we've got some t-shirts that not only up your nerd cred, but stand up to cancer. Yeah. Get excited to check out these threads.
Okay.
We had a lot of fun going around the net this week.
Yeah, it was dildo-tastic. Right?
Today's number 5 item is a scooter jump fail.
Candace, a scooter jump fails merely by being a scooter jump, so there better be something extra here.
Oh, there is.
All right, that was pretty good. I like that. Yeah.
Here's some ASGS math for you. A fail plus a potential concussion equals a promotion to around the nets.
I always wondered how that works.
That's
Plus,
how it works.
As an added bonus, with all the head trauma, the guy won't remember how stupid he looked riding a scooter. Hey, and at number 3 this week, we have a clip from the UK show Frankie Boyle's Tramadol Nights.
We don't know who Frankie Boyle is, and we have no idea what a tramadol night might be, but we do know that this clip gets pretty scary.
It's okay, sweetheart. We're just cuddling.
Honey, we're just cuddling.
They stole my dildo.
Okay.
That is the best show ever!
No, I call shenanigans.
What? On what?
English people don't have sex. And at number 1 is a video from Idaho's Channel 3 KIDK Eyewitness News.
Yeah, a foolish man believes that he can control the weather. An even more foolish man believes that he can control the weather graphics.
At the top of the hour on your Tuesday, I think we're seeing some weather right now. Good morning, everyone.
All right, but first, let's get you some news this morning. Just before 9 p.m. last night, 9 vehicles were involved in an accident on I-15 near the Chubbuck Road underpass. A loading ramp fell off of a flatbed trailer headed northbound on I-15. I'm sorry. That's when the other vehicles hit the ramp and received varying degrees of damage.
According to witnesses, a Jeep had stopped at the crosswalk to allow pedestrians to cross the street and was rear-ended by a Toyota. Students standing near the crosswalk say the Toyota did not stop before running into the back of the Jeep. The driver of the Toyota and the passenger were both transported to the hospital. The driver of the Jeep and the pedestrian crossing the street were not hurt. Sorry, this is a serious story. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Nice. Is it 66 and sunny in there? No, it's a crime scene.
Hey, news station graphics guy, your 5-day forecast includes filing for unemployment.
Oh, snap. Or dare I say, that was a zang.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey! I think it was. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Okay, no, I didn't ask for the guitar to graphic. We're good. Okay. No. I get it. Don't. Stop.
Seriously?
We didn't call for this. Stop. Shanice again. What is going on? Come on.
And at number 1, an inspired modern dance performance by the Sadler's Wells Dance House of London.
Oh, look at the time. It's yawn o'clock.
Kevin,
Oh,
you should give this one a chance.
No.
Yeah.
was that?
It was modern dance, Kevin.
No. That was a bunch of crazy naked people running around on stage. Wasn't dance or modern.
It's an art form. I'm not surprised you wouldn't recognize that.
What? No, you call that art, really?
Dance is one of the oldest forms of communication, Kevin.
Okay. Okay, so if what you just said is true, then what is that communicating exactly, Candace?
Well, you know.
No, I don't.
What's great about dance is that it's open to interpretation. So, to me, this represents man's relationship with science and technology. For each stride forward, there's a slip back, you see?
No, I don't see.
No.
Don't, what? No, okay, what was that, Professor Bailey? Enlighten us.
You know, this is a stride towards space exploration, or it's
Jeez.
about the Special Olympics, maybe.
Yeah, see, you don't even know what you're talking about. You have no idea.
Yes, Kevin. Dance always has a higher purpose to delight the audience and make them question the world they think they know.
Yeah, I bet you're questioning a lot right now. Oh, okay.
I'm turned on.
Okay, you know, I'm sorry. This is a weird sex thing.
Okay, well, see, if you would have said that from the start, then yes, I'd be interested. All right. So how does this attach? Is it Velcro?
Still ahead, Blair Herter goes to the OC Auto Show.
They'll bring you a 2012 Lamborghini that goes 217 miles per hour. It's illegal. It's not.
He's a dinosaur and a gynecologist. Gyno.
I've never been vajazzled before. Does it look good? I'm vajazzled!
Gyno.
Are there too many boxes in your living room?
That is a terrible thing to say. Show some respect. Call them ladies.
It's time for Gadget Prime.
The Samsung HTD 6500W 3D Blu-ray home theater system is here to make your home movie experience as complete as possible. Featuring an all-in-one 3D Blu-ray player and receiver, you won't have to stack multiple devices on top of each other. And you can crank up the volume with this system thanks to its built-in 1,000-watt receiver. And if 3D Blu-rays and impressive sound aren't enough to keep you entertained, the 6500W also comes with the Samsung Smart Hub, which allows you to search videos and browse your favorite apps like Netflix and Hulu for content. Make the Samsung HTD 6500W your home theater for $600.
Samsung's latest home theater in a box has done away with plain old Blu-ray and added 3D.
What?
Now, there's a lot going on here. What were your impressions of the look?
Well, everything is awfully shiny. It's hard to miss that. I mean, it won't be
shiny.
after a week in your house. It'll be covered in dust or pet hair or hooker's blood, whatever you got going on in there.
Kevin, that's gross.
I'm just saying, maybe they should go with a matte finish. The Blu-ray player is built right into the receiver, which is great for cutting down on stacks of devices. It's just this guy, which is good. It's also slot loading. Yes. Candace, where's the Blu-ray on this bad boy? Oh, I don't know. Let me just give it a touch. Wait a second. And wait an extra second, just for TV. And boom!
Oh my God! Wow!
Just like the classiest lady in high school, hiding the slot. Yeah, you took it all. Aside from the little volume rocker over here, which really isn't a rocker, it's just buttons kind of on a.
Yeah, I don't like this.
On a little dimple there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
It's confusing. It's supposed to be a knob, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's an Audi. There's no physical buttons though. Other than that, yeah, they could have made it flush, but I guess it gave it some depth.
Oh, it's for the depth.
So there you go. I have no idea what they were thinking with that. But throughout testing, all the buttons were really responsive, and that's what matters the most. Now, the rear speakers, these little guys, are billed as wireless. That's not entirely true, though. There is going to be a wire. There's no wire going from the main unit, from this guy to these guys, to the speaker, but there are wires going from the rear speakers to their own wireless receiver, which is this guy back here.
Okay.
So that means, you hide this behind your couch, give it some power, and then run speaker wire to these guys. Without doing that, you need to charge these things or run individual power for each speaker.
And who wants to do that?
Would be crazy.
So it's a little white lie. It's not entirely wireless.
Yeah, we'll let it go because it's the right kind of wireless. Now you don't have to string a wire from the receiver up over your door and everything like that. You don't want that.
No, we don't want that.
No.
All right. Now, a lot of 3D Blu-ray players take a while to load through menus. Is this one any different?
Well,
it's a clap.
not really.
You
What?
know, they're talking about my clap. I liked it. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
Just keep going.
No. You asked me a question about loading times,
Yes,
I believe.
yes.
Right, okay. We tried discs from a variety of publishers, and we found that the load times across the board were a little bit slow. But, hey, it looks great. That's what's important. We noticed very little picture noise. Can you see any noise there? Anybody? No. Very hard.
No noise.
Very hard to spot. The 3D looks as good as 3D can look. If that's what you're looking for in a player, you will not be disappointed.
But what also sets us apart from other home theaters is in a box is that it's built-in ability to access the web. I'm not talking very well right now.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's call attention to it, though. That's what we really need to do.
Let's clap for it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
So, I believe you asked me a question about this device's ability to access the web. Yes.
That's what it was.
Well, here's the thing. It can. I mean, what device can't these days? Your toaster can. But there aren't that many apps available right now in the Samsung App Store because everybody's got to have their own damn app store these days. But the big ones are there. There's Netflix and Hulu Plus, which are really important. There's also apps for social media. You can get your tweets on there, news, weather, in case you're too lazy to look outside. And there's even a USB port if you want to plug in your own drive filled with media, or a little thumb drive. Okay. Now, there are only 2 HDMI ports on this, which is a bit of a bummer, but you already have a Blu-ray player built in, and you have the web app capabilities built in as well, so theoretically, you might just have another game console or 2 going into there.
Okay. Well, I guess the big question is, how does it sound?
That is a big question. Don't know. We actually didn't hook up the speakers. We were just amazed by it. We were poking at... Did you see that it's...
Stop messing with me!
Did you see that it's slot loading? Because, I mean, that had us busy for weeks. No, it sounds... It sounds... Yeah. That is... Someone would pay $30 a month for just this on the internet. Ooh, no. You can't have that disc. You can't... No. Who's a naughty Blu-ray player? No.
Oh, now you messed it up.
No, it's totally fine. We're all friends here.
Now you've gone and done it.
No. It's fine. Yeah! Hey!
That was a close one.
Sound quality is incredible. The receiver in here is 1,000 watts. The unit does come with a calibration microphone. You set that in the middle of your room after you set up your speakers. Everything will be tuned correctly. We tested it at various levels. We found that the clarity was never an issue. I expected hiss or overmodulation for the price point. Didn't happen. Nope. It was really, really good. Well-mixed Blu-rays sounded genuinely great. There's plenty of power here. It will fill up even a large living room. So congrats, Samsung. That was really well designed.
Okay, the Samsung home theater retails for $600, but on Amazon.com, if you add it to your cart, you will see that it's selling for a mere $469. Woo! At that price, given everything we just said, what are we rating it? Stop laughing at me!
I'd hate to see you getting a good Groupon deal. Oh my God!
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
This system, absolutely a 5 out of 5. Yay! It is a great receiver, a 3D Blu-ray player, an internet appliance, all in one shiny black package, just like me. It sounded great even at max volume. The value here cannot be understated. I know we joke sometimes during these prawns. This is truly a 5 out of 5. If you're looking for a reasonably priced home theater system with great value, you have found it. Stop looking.
Yeah!
You're only hurting yourself.
I love 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for today's Gadget Prom. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetprom@g4tv.com.
So ahead, we revisit 2 seminal games in gaming history, Eco and Shadow of the Colossus.
And later, Penn and Teller drop by to tell us live. Stick around.
They're going to lie to you. Don't be excited for that.
Hi, I was calling to see if you have a certain ice cream flavor called Sweaty Balls.
I don't usually like these balls, but when they're dipped in ice cream like this, it's really good.
Is that all it takes?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what's in Anaheim? It's
Disneyland? Oh my God, Kevin, are we going to Disneyland? Please say we're going to Disneyland.
Yeah, nope, we're going to Disneyland. Yes. Heads up though. Disneyland might look a lot like the OC Auto Show.
I am here at the Orange County International Auto Show, where we are here before the doors open to look at this year's cars, specifically a couple that if my parents would have worked just a little bit harder in life, I'd be able to buy when they finally died. Are you filthy, stinking rich and a run-of-the-mill exotic is just beneath you? Well, have no fear, you pompous ass, because the Gumpert Apollo supercar is just what you need. Somewhere in its DNA is an Audi, but this tweaked-out 4.2-liter twin-turbo V8 6-speed engine makes it faster than almost any other car on the road. With a top speed of 203 miles an hour, the Gumpert Apollo fires like a bullet from 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds. As if the engine wasn't enough, this sleek design is said to make the Apollo stick upside down on the road, which couldn't have been safe when they tested that. The interior is fully wrapped in stitched leather. Its racing seats and 4-point harness scream that you're a badass, all while providing a surprising amount of comfort and legroom for a supercar. The Gumpert Apollo supercar costs $595,000, which means that if I start saving right now, I'll be able to buy it never. Are you not as rich as your neighbors, yet still have enough money to buy and sell me multiple times? Then the 2012 Bentley Continental GT Coupe is the car you're looking for. With its 6-speed automatic transmission and a twin-turbocharged 6.0-liter W12 engine, the Continental GT goes 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Its 567 horsepower engine makes it the most powerful engine in its line to date. Sure, it has all the performance and smooth feel you've come to expect from a Bentley, but you know what else you should expect from a Bentley? A sweet-ass interior. The 2 Cobra-designed front seats come with heating, cooling, and lumbar massage mode. Even the suspension can be controlled manually via touchscreen and makes driving over rough terrain feel like gliding on ice. So if you want the class of a Bentley, but you don't want to look like you're 70 and you've only got $189,000, you poor bastard, this is the car for you. If you're ugly or have bad breath or just covered in filthy disease, pay attention. Chicks are not going to care about any of that if you pull up in this thing. The 2012 Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4 is sweet. At the heart of this monster beats a V12 700 horsepower engine that goes from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, and with a top speed of more than 217 miles an hour, it poses a serious threat to anyone that revs their engine at you at a stoplight. The best part about this car is if you forget your keys, fighter jets don't need keys. Bam! I believe that sound is Italian for my penis is bigger than yours. Its bright TFT display is easy to see even with the sun in your eyes. It has servotronic steering, which provides feel feedback the way a video game does for optimum control depending on your speed. And just to make sure you leave your competition in the dust under any circumstances, there are 3 gear shift timing buttons on the right of the steering wheel to adjust for changing driving conditions. Aventador, thank you so much for letting me be inside you. Well, there you have it, the OC Auto Show, yet another car show where I hover over cars and stare at them like the creepy dude who stares at women. I take offense to that because I am not that guy.
You know, in the past, it was impossible to simultaneously combat cancer and wear a Star Wars t-shirt.
No longer!
All right.
Clothes. I personally don't use them, but for those of you that do, here's the latest threads. T-shirts are a visual expression of who we are on the inside, and wearing a t-shirt from Mighty Fine is like wearing a name tag that says, "Hi, I'm the coolest." To prove this, I present to you a P-meter t-shirt and Darth Vader with an inhaler. If you have a slightly classier nerd robe, well, then you should check out their Art Nouveau line by Megan Lara, or these brand new pixelated masterpieces. However, we tend to fancy these 80s-themed superhero tees. But the absolute sexiest item in the shop is this shirt commemorating the most quotable line in the Star Wars franchise. No! For the next week, this gem and others are 15% off when you use the promo code AOTS15 at WeLoveFine.com. Now, apparently Fashion Week in Milan just happened, and I'm bored.
Forget that, and check out the new clothing brand Endless Ammo. Going with a sophisticated urban warrior aesthetic, Endless Ammo has a simple yet stylish line of duds. EndlessAmmo.com has t-shirts, pants, shorts, and even swimsuits. Replace your old cargos with these skirmish trousers that are made of 100% cotton and feature the more unique front pockets rather than those silly side pockets. And since it's getting a bit nippy out, make sure to swing by their outerwear. They have reversible hooded windbreakers along with this slick long-range patrol jacket. Slicker yet is this water-resistant field jacket featuring a fleece-lined softshell. Head over to EndlessAmmo.com and upgrade your wardrobe for $75 to $130. Do it, damn it! Hey, remember Livestrong bracelets? Yeah, those were cool, but Yoda is way cooler than a bracelet. So do your good deed for the week.
Use the Force. For good.
And grab a Star Wars-themed Stand Up to Cancer t-shirt. There are 3 t-shirts on the website, one each for men, women, and Ewoks. The men's shirt is black, featuring a Use the Force for Good slogan, while the women's tee has a wise Yoda standing up to cancer. And lastly, the children's version features a poignant message of Blast Cancer alongside a stormtrooper. I mean, come on, if Ken Jeong and Emma Stone are doing it, well then there's no reason you shouldn't.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Force jump over to standuptocancer.org and use $25 for good.
Oh, I was gonna go to Tachi Station and pick up some power converters.
50,000 years ago, we all walked around naked. Why don't we still? Well, if we have to wear clothes, good thing we have these stylish threads.
You know, not all great games remain trapped in the past.
Right you are, Candace Bailey.
I know, Kevin.
Adam Sessler also knows what we're talking about. Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, PS2 classics, they've been re-released. They've been given the high-definition upgrade.
Yes.
Sorta. They kind of glossied it up a little bit.
It works on a high-def TV.
That is true, yes. That will not be stretched. Let's for those who missed out the first time, which was sadly a lot of gamers, It was a beautiful game, one of my favorites, Ico. What is it all about?
It's a very mysterious game. It's you play a boy with horns, and apparently in this world, boys with horns aren't too popular. He gets dropped off in a scary place, left alone, probably to die, and then he finds this girl right here. She's a lot more... she doesn't have the same mobility that he has, and he has to help her escape. And it's all through puzzles. There's no narration. There's no talking. She actually talks in gibberish, and you just have to do all of these amazing puzzles to try to get her out because she can't move as easily as you can, and it's incredibly effective.
And this harkens back to when gameplay, and it wasn't that long ago, but when gameplay was, there's a puzzle, you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
You can't just can't just stand there for 5 minutes, a little fairy will pop out of your shoulder and point you in the direction and say, press A, idiot. You had to solve these things.
And they're quite tough because it's also not highlighting even what you're supposed to do in the room. You have to manipulate objects, you have to push blocks around, all to get her out of the room.
Walk us through a level, if you don't mind. Let's show what
I think the one that we're going to see here, and this is an interesting one because I believe, yes, this might be one that is different in the PAL version, which is now the version that we have here. This is one that was released in Europe. There's some slight differences between the two. You have to jump up on this wheel to be able to get up on a ledge.
Which that in and of itself is a bit of a trial in this game.
What's interesting, this brings me back. This is the segment, the sequence of game that they kept on showing at E3 for years as just almost like PS2 tech demo. I was like, what is this game? It was only until years later that Ico actually came out. So as you can see there, you use that, you get up to the ledge.
And this isn't like other games like an Uncharted or a Prince of Persia where you just sort of press the button and it goes, I think you mean to jump here. I'm going to do that for you. You really have to time these things and press the button.
You have to time them, and there's never a sense like, I am doing the right thing. It never pats you on the back and says, yeah, we did
on the right
it.
track. I'm dead? All right, let's try again.
So, having said that, really the fun of this game is a lot of sort of the emotions of you trying to help the girl, trying to understand without being told what's happening in this world. And while it is really challenging, there is no shame in experiencing this game with a walkthrough next to you, because it really is the experience of playing it, not necessarily solving the puzzles.
It was the first
really
time,
gives it its magic.
Like, I really felt like an AI character with me was an actual companion. I felt connected to this person.
There's scenes where she has to jump and you reach out her hand and it's not clear if she's going to make it, and you grab her hand and like my heart would stop. And really,
absolutely.
There's some great emotion in this.
And then you'd let go. The game's been updated, obviously. How does it look? I mean, yes, it is in high def, but it does look better, right?
Where I think you're going to see some benefits, and once again, you'd have to remember what it was like back in the old days. The frame rate's good.
Right.
And that does sometimes affect how the game is going to play. It really is more about its art direction than the fidelity of its graphics. It's just nice to see it where it isn't fuzzy because you're using an RCA cable in the back of your TV.
Right, agreed. So it's a great update to a solid game that everybody should experience on some level.
Yes.
But I think the main course in this 2-game collection is Shadow of the Colossus. Another game which was, it's okay to love Shadow of the Colossus, the same team. For those who never played this one, what is Shadow about?
You play a hero whose girl is dying, and you're told that if you want to, save her, you need to you need to kill these 16 colossi that are in, once again, a fantasy world that is never really explained and just has all this incredible mystery.
Right.
You spend a lot of the game wandering to find these, you just on a horse. But it's this beautiful, quiet sequences as you wander out.
It's the true calm before the storm that is going to be a giant boss battle
And
sequence.
really, the entire game is just boss battles, 16 of them. And they're puzzles and there's action because you have to climb up or somehow, traverse these colossi to find their weak spot, and it can be really challenging.
Yeah, the weak spot that you exploit for massive damage is not blinking red in this game. Like you have to figure out how to bring the guy down, get on top of him,
and there's very
slide down.
delicate timing because as these beasts are moving, you have to understand that there's certain times you shouldn't try to reach for the next thing, and times that you should. And it can be frustrating, but once again, incredibly rewarding.
Right. What's upgraded in this version? The graphics look kind of similar, actually.
The graphics are similar, but once again, this is where the frame rate advantage I think means a lot because there are some very frustrating sequences that you can have in Shadow of the Colossus. If it drops a couple of frames, that sense of timing that you need can really get hurt.
Right.
I think this will actually prove a little bit easier in this go-round.
I mean, 2 of my favorite games, they're near and dear to me. I think it's the same way for a lot of gamers. What is X-Play giving this collection?
It's a 5 out of 5. 2 of the greatest games of last generation, and they're easier to play now.
Yeah.
So.
And it's $40, right?
Yeah, $40.
Gotta love it.
It's the best.
Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. The collection is in stores today. Thank you, Adam Sessler.
My pleasure.
Are you ready for Epictober? Yeah! It starts Monday!
Wow! I mean, Ray, just look at all the amazing stuff we're giving away. Look at all of that. We're giving away this. We're definitely giving away that. I don't even know what that is. Plus, brace yourselves for the awesome stunts and exclusive reveals heading your way. Are you ready to see life happen at 2,500 frames a second? I bet you are.
And I get eaten by a maggot.
That's true.
I'm on tour with Core. Yeah, it's great. Check out G4TV.com/Epictober for more information. Stay tuned. Ben and Teller will be here, and at least one of them will talk to us.
Isn't Maggot the name of one of their roadies?
No.
Penn and Teller came by to tell us about their new show, Penn and Teller Tell a Lie.
Hey, didn't they do another show for Showtime?
Yes, they did.
What was it called again?
Red Shoe Diaries.
That's not what I'm talking about.
That was bull.
Kevin?
That was the name of the show.
Kevin!
What?
Bull. Did you say bull? Oh my God, he said bull.
Juggling fire always gets a nice round of applause. Something gets beautiful, something gets difficult, something gets dangerous. Whatever you're thinking, you're all hoping the exact same thing. You're all hoping I'm going to have an accident, a really bad one. And I am. I'm going to have the worst accident possible when juggling torches. I'm going to catch one of the torches on the wrong end. Right? Now. Oh no, fire, fire, fire! Run, run, save yourselves! Fire, fire! Women and children first! Fire, fire, fire!
Wait. I hope he survived. Please welcome Penn and Teller!
As you were.
Penn, so good to have you back, good sir. It's really good to see you.
It was just moments ago, and I loved it. I was very happy to be on your show.
Thank you.
And here I am back on it again.
Right,
I
didn't
brought
scare you
this
away.
guy with me. I thought it was show and tell day, so I brought him to kind of show him off to everybody.
And Teller, are you enjoying the experience thus far? Fantastic. I guess you can't elaborate. I get it. But,
he can. He just doesn't want to.
Doesn't want. Okay.
There's a big, important difference there.
Well,
There's nothing wrong with him at all. He could talk to you. He has talked with you. He's just not going to talk with you on your stupid little show.
Oh, God. Okay. So there's something wrong with all of us.
But in the green, you don't have to pretend like he doesn't talk. He was talking to you in the green room.
Well, okay,
We're talking about the Twitter and stuff.
Then perhaps you can
But those
communicate with
days
me
are
through
gone.
Twitter.
Those days are gone. He's now out here in public. He's not going to talk to you.
Oh, wait.
But he will Twitter. He's going to Twitter.
He's already talking through his Twitter
Twitter
account.
his little thumbs off.
we already got the first one. I'm glad you love chairs, Teller, and we're happy to provide you them. Let's talk Penn and Teller Tell a Lie.
Yeah.
The next in your series of media adventures.
Woohoo!
You guys, you parade out sort of 7 different stories.
We're doing a show on the Disco Channel, Discovery, which is abbreviated disco, and we should accept that we should all wear platform shoes with goldfish in them. And we've been pushing the Mythbusters to do that. And it's on the Disco Channel. It's on. It'll be after the Mythbusters next week. We're on Wednesday at 10, and we do about. Tell's going to kiss a monkey. And that wasn't a euphemism. He's actually going to kiss a monkey. That was a little piece there. And we do 7 unbelievable tongue kissing. The 7, that's what that meant. We don't do much of the charade stuff, but I thought I should tell you what that meant.
Thank you. I was at a loss.
If there's ever a movie called Monkey Tongue Kissing, Tell's going to do this and then that gesture, and I'll get it like this.
Wow. You didn't get the sounds like or
I'm
syllable
hopeful
setup.
that there will be a movie called Monkey Tongue Kissing very soon.
Okay, so how does tonguing a monkey end up into the show?
That's a bet we made that Teller had to do on the air. Now, we got 7. We couldn't figure out whether he won or lost, but he tongue kissed a monkey. 7,
winner in my book.
About 7 stories will be on here. Unbelievable stories that we will tell. And one of them is a big, fat, honking lie. And the audience, such as they are, will be voting on which one they think we're lying to them about. That's the idea of Penn and Teller Tell a Lie. The idea of the show is kind of in the title of the show. It's about Penn and Teller Tell a
Telling
Lie.
a lie. So it's not just a clever name.
No.
Is it more fun coming up with that one that's going to be a lie and going through the production of how can we fool the audience temporarily?
That's where all the fun is. And one of the problems we had was we would make up stuff and then do research on it and find out there was stuff that was real that was really close to that.
Really?
Yeah. I got this idea that I wanted to do heavily, that I wanted to say that they had found rock that had cooled quickly, lava, and that had ridges in it that might be the sound of the earliest man. They were recordings, like wax cylinders, and you could play them. And I wanted to say that this, we're not sure, could be a tiger, could be something else, but this could also be, early man.
Was this linked to when they found people shouting, and then if someone was making a clay pot in the room, the vibrations of their voice would be etched into the pot?
That was the problem. That the pottery thing was already there, and there's also this road in California that plays the William Tell Overture. It's like drunk bumps, or I guess they're called speed bumps more correctly. But they got drunk bumps there, and they go,
we can't afford that lawsuit, so please don't finish the song.
If you're going 140, it does that.
Okay.
If you're going 50, it goes.
That's it.
And you go, boy, if we were going 140, it would be the William Tell Overture. So sometimes we get thwarted by the ideas we have being too close to reality. But we did like focus group stuff, and the people who watched it in the focus groups had no idea which the fake stories were. So it worked out well.
Yeah, I when I got to the end of the show, I didn't really know. I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Heaven forbid.
That's all you do is spoil
guys.
things for people.
What are you talking about?
Stop it. You give away punchlines all the time. Just stop it.
That is not entirely. It's mostly true.
Mostly true.
I love another one of your shows.
Not on our show, Skippy. Not on our show.
Well, you're in our territory now, right? So if anybody's tonguing a monkey here, it's going to be Tellers.
Now, in that case, it was a euphemism. Tonguing a monkey was a euphemism there, not when we said it, but when you said it. Because I know what you mean by tonguing a monkey, and I did it once, and it's not a big deal.
It's not. At least it gave you cab fare at the end. Tell a lie. I love bullshit. I love the
I have to mention is Fool Us.
Oh, thank you.
Because I really hope that comes stateside.
You must have watched that over in the UK because you couldn't watch it legally in the United States.
So many red eyes. You have no idea the frequent flyer miles that I racked up to watch that series. Is there any plan to bring that?
We are trying so hard to bring it over here. And, you know, we need a good American host who could do it. So I would push a little bit for it.
Seacrest is just down the hall. I could go over there and ask him.
It's a Fool Us is a really good show. We really like it. It's a show that we created and we don't have to be at rehearsals. Beat that. Magicians come out.
I thought we were rehearsing right now, to be honest. So I think I still got you beat.
Magicians come out. They do a routine, and all we judge them on is if we can figure out how the trick was done. There's no other judging. We like the way you look, the way you act. We love everybody. Just can they fool us?
Right.
So that's a show. We'd love to do it over here in the U.S.
I would love to see it. And then another thing you get.
We're doing it, in the Ukraine.
Are you guys actually hosting it in the Ukraine?
We're going in December to Ukraine. And I've never wished more in my life that Paul McCartney were right about anything. I hope the Ukraine girls really knock me out. Because if they don't, I'm just going to a frozen tundra full of pain. But I'm hoping that Paul McCartney, who incidentally is wrong on almost everything, certainly not good at picking wives, certainly not good at keeping the band alive. None of those things he's good at, but maybe he's right about because we're going over in December to shoot a bunch of Fool Us for the Ukraine. Because apparently the Ukraine is queer for Penn and Teller.
Oh.
They just love us.
Well, congratulations.
They love us in Kiev.
Ukrainians and primates. They both love the
bring
old
you
Penn and
back
Teller.
some salmonella or whatever they have there. I think you have to tape your eyes shut in the showers. I don't mean everybody. I mean just you.
Just us,
you just don't want to know what you're
shots.
going to see in the shower.
I really enjoy everything you guys do. Can't wait for Tell-A-Lie to start airing on the Disco Channel after Mythbusters.
10 o'clock Wednesday night after Mythbusters. Mythbusters are our opening act. And then we're going to come in and walk it home.
I love it. Penn and Teller, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us.
Get all riled up because Adrenaline Junkies is next.
Yeah. I'm going to go chug some Red Bulls in anticipation. Oh, you were ski poling there.
You can't. We're too different. We're not so different. Different shape, different color. We're both balls.
Coming up on Attack of the Show.
Next week on Attack of the Show, it's the start of Epictober, and that means epic giveaways like TVs, laptops, and more. Actor Norman Reedus joins us live with the new season of The Walking Dead. Plus, Candace goes on tour with Gwar. Then Adam Sessler rates the new apocalyptic first-person shooter Rage. UFC legend Chuck Liddell joins us to break down UFC 136, Edgar versus Maynard. And Bustis makes her epic return. Epictober starts Monday.
Ever wonder what it's like to snowboard in some of the most remote areas of the world?
Well, you could find out for yourself, or you could watch Adrenaline Junkies. Adrenaline Junkies is probably safer, by the way. Probably.
Adrenaline Junkies.
A giant ramp, a killer wave, a snow-capped mountain. Whatever it is, you can bet that someone's crazy enough to try to conquer it. So buckle up, fellow Adrenaline Junkies. We're traversing the globe in search of the latest and most insane extreme sports action. Our first stop takes us to Nuremberg, Germany for this month's 5th and final round of the Freeride Mountain Bike World Tour. Known as the Red Bull District Ride, the tour finale boasted an urban course that gave the 24 international competitors plenty of opportunities to show off their freeride skills. With a series of heart-stopping jumps and on-the-street flares, Britain's Sam Pilgrim scored an upset win, becoming the first European to take victory at the Red Bull District Ride. But when the dust settled, it was Canadian-born Brandon Semenuk who was crowned the overall Freeride World Tour champion, having racked up enough points in the previous 4 competitions to achieve freeride immortality. Next up, we head to the South Pacific where the world's top surfers braved the monster waves at this month's Billabong Pro Tahiti Tournament. The fifth showdown in this year's ASP Tour, the Pro Tahiti featured colossal big wave conditions throughout the entire 12-day event. The tournament culminated in a final round battle between Australian Owen Wright and American living legend Kelly Slater. Despite a tropical downpour that came late in the championship round, Kelly Slater took on the 10-foot waves, hard charging his way to his 47th Elite Tour victory. The win solidified the 39-year-old Slater as the #1 ranked pro surfer in the world, putting his opponents in an all-too-familiar position, treading water in Slater's monstrous wake. And finally, if you'd rather enjoy your extreme sports from the comfort of a theater seat, then you'll want to check out the new snowboarding documentary, The Art of Flight. Starring pro boarder Travis Rice and a cast of fellow snow bums, the film takes viewers to mountainsides across Alaska, British Columbia, and the Chilean Patagonia. Much of it is shot in super slow 1,000 frames per second, and the filmmakers captured Rice and his crew dropping into remote areas that had never been challenged before. Besides some killer snowboarding, the doc features the team surviving avalanches, injuries, and a desperate race to get to a transport helicopter before it runs out of fuel. To find out if The Art of Flight is screening near you, or to buy a DVD or iTunes version of the film, go to theartofflightmovie.com. On a bike or a board, in the surf, or on the slopes, these world-class daredevils are putting themselves on the extreme sports map.
Thanks to Penn and Teller, Adam Sessler, Claire Herder, and Dino Gyno.
Stick around, Campus PD starts right now. Good night!
Fun Friday show.
Oh, super fun energy, tons of energy, having so much fun, tons of fun.